wanted sign on the inside of the just inside of the door of the tavern, and it says something tiny familiar to you, Dick. Bounty of White Adult Dragon. By the order of Duke Eric and the Duchess of Tentia. The the white dragon that has been magically spotted around Mifdranor in Cormantor needs to be slain. And the bounty is for 35,000 gold.
30.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of cat meat.
I adjust my monocle and stroke my beard a bit. My, they've raised the bounty. And I'm just gonna take the little wanted sign.
What do you think you're doing with that?
I'm gonna keep it for reference.
What if I need it for reference?
Oh, you can borrow it from me. Oh, wait. Who are you?
Yeah, that does seem to be a problem, don't it?
Yeah. You also hunting a dragon?
Yeah, if it gets my name remembered. And what could be more memorable than killing a dragon?
There are few things, my friend. You know, it's funny you mention it. The group I'm with, I suppose you'd call it that, we're hunting for that particular dragon, too.
Ah. Strange coincidence.
Yeah,
Well,
it's funny how these things worked out.
I suppose
You wouldn't want
don't
to accompany
exactly look
us
like
or
a group
anything.
of merry men, or caravanners, or jugglers, or...
Be right
We're
back.
certainly not that.
Continue as I go.
Was your character saying something, or...?
Oh no, I'm certainly agreeing that we're not a band of merry men.
Yeah. So, if what I'm hearing is correct, you're making an offer to me.
Kinda. I just met these folks, and I can't make it a very concrete offer, but I'll, if you're here at some point tomorrow, I'll try to arrange a meeting, is what I meant to say. I am sure they'd be more than welcome to,
A bunch...
Oh, I'm sorry, you're saying.
The feds way of putting it for a bunch of vagabonds like you got there, but...
Cat, are you roboting and cutting out a bit?
Oh no.
You're just saying that it sounded rather fancy way of going about it, like arranging a meeting. They look like a bunch of vagabonds.
Well, we spent the last week, or in my case, 2 weeks, in caverns and around the, But we've seen better days, is what I mean.
It took you 2 weeks to get out of a cavern.
It was a very long cavern.
Well, it went straight in one direction, didn't it?
Yes, for a week, and then going back was another week.
I'm
Not
back.
many opportunities to clean up in those caverns, you know.
Of course. I completely understand. No dwarfs among you.
Yeah, it's funny. I think the dwarves were there at one point. There was some writing on the walls about the glorious history of the dwarven strongholds.
Yeah, there always is. Have to make sure things like that are remembered, don't you know?
Oh, of course.
Well, when your friends are ready to meet, send them by. Tell them good morning.
Certainly. Well, nice meeting you, dwarf. Your name?
Ulrich Madarn of Clan Madarn.
I'll try to remember that. Sir Arthur Forsyth.
You better remember it. Nice to meet you, Forsyth.
Pleased. Well, good night to you. and I'm gonna go buy a room and go to sleep.
Just like as a heads up, like whenever anyone like walks by Erin's room, like I like we can say like her room is like first in the hallway. There's like real creepy humming coming from it.
Oh, say, can you see?
No, it's just
Say.
no. She's just kind of humming creepily.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like creepy. It's just like I don't know.
She's essentially not good at humming, is what you're trying to say.
She's just
Sounds
humming.
creepy in the right context. She's humming a pirate's theme or something, and people are like, oh, that sounds kind of weird.
No.
Yeah, something like that.
Fuck.
You have
Yeah, it's not like...
a night's sleep, I suppose. For those that, hire a room, it costs 2 gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's morning.
Hello.
Guten
Good
Morgen.
morning. Guten Morgen.
Wie geht's?
It's me. Squanch.
Gut, gut.
Squanch.
Squanch.
Let me squanch on you, bruh.
Squanch your death.
Yeah.
You can squash in me anytime, Douglas.
No.
I squanch my family.
Gross.
What the fuck?
Stop.
Douglas.
Douglas, don't squanch your family.
Oh.
What? I'm just saying, I squanch my family. No, it's weird when you say it like that.
Well. So yeah, you wake up. Seem peaceful. It's very, 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 very nice to sleep in a proper bed. I mean, this isn't fancy, but it's still pretty good than compared to Shadowdale's Inn.
It's also better than the floor of a cave, which is nice.
Or is it?
That too. It's very soft beds.
I misheard that as Florida Cave.
Oh no.
Key, you wanna roll on that table of the book if you read it?
Yay.
$18. So that's the last skill. Survival.
Well, ain't that useful?
Thanks, book.
Tells you good stories how to survive and not lose your comrades due to harsh weather or extreme conditions.
Losing your comrades to harsh weather, eh?
In a parody but learning experience. But yeah,
You can't help
what do you
but
guys do
chuckle
now
at
when everybody's awake?
You can't help but chuckle at the fucking massively inappropriate timing.
Is this gonna be like inappropriately timed Holocaust inside joke?
No.
I mean, just this game has been a roller coaster of emotion, so it could also have been a holocaust of emotion.
Stop.
Stop. Well,
Would there be like a little pocket mirror
No.
in the room?
Sure.
She's got that with her.
Breakfast-ish. You know, carrots, taters, eggs, and sausages.
Oh.
Sausage.
But it's sausage made out of horse.
Oh.
Sausage. Still sausage.
It's still a sausage. Probably just fell and broke its leg, and you can't really fucking save a horse with a broken leg.
Broken sausage leg.
Especially now with the level of magical aiding we got.
No, tell it nice words and it'll feel better.
Yeah, it'll feel better, but it won't be better. Feeling is not being. Otherwise, I'd feel like a human being sometimes.
Some creatures are feelings and are just they just are, and they're just made of feeling. But that's another mess for another day. He doesn't slept. Well, he slept like an hour at max.
What are
You know there are
talking
penalties for
yeah.
such things.
And she just like looks at him and is like, "What are you talking about?" Like,
Theories?
she just like looks at him for a moment and then goes back to looking at herself.
Well, Reba, roll an Arcana, or whatever it's called. This I always keep forgetting.
Roll a banana.
Alright.
Roll the banana.
So you learn from studying and not sleeping a little bit more from Eleanor's journal.
Oh, goody.
You know that the places that is Ruins of the Iris, City of Shade, Well of Dragons, Mishtan, City of the Dead, and Trail's End are all places connected to the myth of Grisk's death.
Oh.
There's a fairy tale entailing that he was chased to the ruins of the Iris to be slain there, but survived. Then hide himself inside of the City of the Shade, but the royalty there sold him out because they are people like that. Then he went to Well of Dragons to seek Fey-inclined dragons for help. The dragons didn't like that people with power came to chase after him, so they kicked him out.
Right.
He went to Mishtan, City of the Dead, but got too scared shitless over it. And then he got slayed at a place called Trail's End.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna note that down. So it was Ruins of the Iris, City of the Shade. What was after that?
Sorry.
What was the path that Grisk took?
Okay. It's in pin messages, but basically it's if you go to the pin messages where we have the locations that you found, like in the ledger in Eleanor's journal. It was the first try to seal him in the ruins of the Iris. Then he tried to hide as Archfey in City of Shade. Then tried to go to the Fey-interested dragons at Well of Dragons. Then he tried to hide amongst the dead in Mishtan, City of the Dead, but got too fucking scared and fled. And then he got slayed at the Trail's End.